Maybe it's a dream, maybe nothing else is real, but it wouldn't be the same if I told you how I feel. So much. God, now I got toe fucking bad apples stuck in my head. Man, there's some days where my computer's like, haha, we're chilling. And then the other part's like, fucking awful. Oh man, man. Sniffling already today too? It's just one of those days, chat. It's just one of those days. Chaotic Farm. Playing for 25 hours. Oh my gosh. This is going to be probably a smaller, shorter, shorter stream. Because we're just finishing fall. We're not really starting anything in winter. We got money because I spent all of it on a shed. Oh, hi, Marnie. What's up? Good morning, Miss Volica. I came by to ask you a favor since you're such a kind neighbor. You see, I'm trying to train my goats to say hello, but they simply won't pay attention to me unless I have their favorite treats, cave carrots. So since I'm scared of the mines, I thought, well, maybe you would bring me a cave carrot when you have the chance. There's no pressure, but if you want to, just swing by my house between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. with a cave carrot. You'll make an old girl very happy. Bye. I don't think you're that old, Marnie. But like, sure. Dear neighbor, when I'm not taking care of animals, I like to experiment in the kitchen. Since we become friends, I want to share some recipes with you. I hope you like it. It's pale broth. Great. What's this? I'd like to buy a pumpkin from you. My daughter and I want to carve a jack-o'-lantern for the upcoming Spirits Eve Festival. Caroline. Pumpkins, you say? Pumpkins, you say? Cave carrots, you say? Cave carrots, you say? It's not even what I tried opening. God dang it. Maple syrup. It's also Friday, so like... chillin'. Corn. And then apparently... broccoli. We made broccoli. Broccolini. Awesome. Is there anything else that's been made? Oh yeah, these down here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I should see if there is. I should really see if there's anything that I should like. I'm gonna put all this in here. Just for now, I'll worry about this later. 7 of those. Okay, cool. We're about to be making the big shed, so we can actually start working on those goals here soon. There's also some of this stuff in here to do. Also, we still need the trash catalog, and I decided not to go to the, through all of everyone's trash right now, so we will do that here in a moment. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, cool. Time for fun. Yeah, we're just gonna be finishing fall this stream. It shouldn't take too long. I mean, even with the festival, it shouldn't be that bad. What do I have? Blackberry basket. I still don't know where his frickin' basket is. I don't remember at all. All right, anyone can see me? No, we're cool. All right. Have I given everybody gifts? I still need to give... I haven't given Pam gifts in a while. I'm so sorry, Pam. You were at the top of the top, and now Willie is. Of all the people. I feel like I actually need to finish the quarry if I'm going to have... What's their nuts' stuff done? Hi, Alex. Eat red slimes. Well, I guess we're going to the mines today. Is there anyone's birthday today? Marnie's was yesterday. Robin's is coming up. George's is also coming up. George. Okay, well, I can't do anything there. Shane's right there. Okay. Hold on. We might be able to Bada bing, bada boom. Cool. There's those two over there that I'm still gonna have to worry about, but we'll do those later. Man, nothing. We need that trash catalog. It's important. The well-being of everything. Oh yeah, look at all my fish stuff that I'm going to forget about again. I have a cave carrot for you, Marty. Oh, you brought the cave carrot. Thank you so much, Miss Volica. No problemo. This looks great. I almost want to eat it myself. Almost. They're delicious. What do you mean? I hope it wasn't too much trouble. I really do appreciate it. No problemo. Give me... Did I just do this out of the kindness of my heart? I can't believe I did this out of the kindness of my own heart. What up, Lassie? How are you? I didn't even get monetary pay from that. Is today just gonna be a clay day? It could be a clay day. 7 still. Well, I mean, I need to go to Pierre's still and buy some seeds. We're on the prowl. Keep on moving, team. Fly away, the birdies. Ba-dee-ba-doo, Pierre. Hostia mundo. What can grow quickly? Bok choy? You cannot get money from the kindness from your heart? Dang. But I wanted to. You know what? We'll go with sunflowers. Is Caroline here? Let's see Caroline. I know sometimes she could be up here. Oh, you know what? She could be in the back garden. That was something else that I just considered. Because there's that back garden that we can go into. Yeah, that's fine. Well, let me kill the slimes and then we'll go from there. Robin's doing her thing. There's also a bunch of these trees that I should be trying to cut down. Because I also want to see if we can get our skills, like, maxed to... Not maxed, but, like, pretty darn good today. They said red slimes, right? Darn. Red slimes. We'll just go to floor 100. You know what? I'll collect all this gold. Gold is great. Where did you come from, sir? Okay. Interesting. I mean, I guess we're just gonna go mining today. Like, that feels like we'll get the slimes killed that need to be killed. But then... I'm gonna be honest, I need to do this. Because otherwise I'm gonna get confused by what I'm doing. Yeah. I am also sorry for starting the stream late. Again, I'm trying to get better at it. So yesterday, obviously, right? Yesterday, no stream because on Mondays I'm trying to, like, not do streams on Monday. Just so that way, like, I have a day to work on stuff. And I did get quite a few things done. And then yesterday went from really great to not so great for a few reasons that I don't want to go over. And then I spent the entire rest of the day, instead of getting some stuff done that I really should have, just being sad and watching Dropout TV, which, Dropout from the College Humor, is hilarious, and I love it. And I decided to watch a whole bunch of Game Changer, So that was my entire, that was not my entire day. I did get some stuff done, but like most of my day yesterday was just watching Dropout. I have not seen any of the newest episodes of Game Changer yet. I am a little bit behind in that aspect, but I do want to watch. I think it's season 8 now is what they're on. So I do want to watch season 8 soon. Yeah. The plan's to watch season 8 soon and then just go from there. But no, yesterday like it did start off decently well. Like I said, I was getting a whole bunch of stuff done and I was feeling pretty good. And then just things just took a turn for the sad. But I got a whole bunch of stuff that we're getting done today. And I'm going to be doing some driving a little bit today, specifically because lots of money is needed right now. So, yeah. Lots of fun stuff. I'm going to just grab... No. Okay. Nope. We're gonna dodge. Dodge and juke, and we're good. Hey, we need one of those. Alright, I just need to get one more slime and then we should be fine. There's our last slime right down there. We're gonna be in the mines for a hot second. This stream probably. We head up. What up, Elite Plays? How's it going? Okay. So I need to go to the town. Caroline, get over there. Where did you go? If you're going to Joja, I'm going to tell Pierre, and then that way you both will divorce, and I will date you. There you go. Networking. What is the networking achievement? Networking. Reach 5 heart friends with 10 people. Awesome. You know, I should also be pressing F6. And she said, thank you so much. We're going to be making the best jack-o'-lanterns ever. Yada, yada, yada. Hooray, Sledge. Speaking of your daughter. Is your daughter home? Your daughter's not home. Pierre's not even home. Well, everyone's on their way in here. Is Abigail in here? Yeah, Abigail is in here. Let's go! Hello! Here you go! She's maxed! Ladies and gentlemen, Abigail is our first maxed friend. You know what? Since you're here, I could just give you that. Everyone is drinking. Oh, Pierre's right there. All right, cool. Anyway. Nothing. Wait, Lewis, I need to talk to you. I killed some slimes. Yep. All right, and then you ruined silk pants. Congratulations. How many silk pants do you go through, my dude? Is a lot? Is a little? Who knows? I don't know. All right. So I believe tomorrow is when the big shed gets done. And then once the big shed gets done, it is time for the phase 2 of the plan. of just ludicrous proportions. This is going to be such a horrible idea. But you know what? We're doing it anyway because it's funny. Also, I thought about this after the last stream I did. I don't need this many charcoal kilns, especially when you can just buy them. So we're just going to keep one. And then the other 3 can just sit here for all eternity. Not really just there for all eternity, but it'll just be elsewhere. I was like, yes, I need so much. And then realizing it's a 10-to-1 conversion rate. The answer is big no energy, some might say. So, the answer to that question is no. Anyway, let's go pet the cat. I did already pet the cat, I'm pretty sure. Hooray. Pause. Getting a drink. 12-hour shift. Watching good streams? Well, thank you. Hopefully the shifts get better. 12-hour shifts. It's been a while since I've done a 12-hour shift. I'm trying to think of the last time I did one. Was it for catering? I want to say it was catering. I think I got close to 12 hours when I was working in the dental office. Because the dental office was pretty rough in a few times, especially when my manager just wasn't there because of what was happening in her life. But I think catering, because catering went anywhere from an 8-hour shift to a 22 to 24-hour shift. I do remember my last shift. I think I've talked about this on stream. What was it? It was like 6 in the morning to 3 in the morning was my last shift I've ever did for catering. Those were pretty brutal, and that's why I don't like doing 12-hour shifts. Velika, seems like you're starting to get close with some of the townspeople. If you want to show someone that you're romantically interested, you got to give them one of my beautiful flower bouquets. I'm selling them now for a very fair price. If you want to start a family someday, this is the first step. No. Hi, Velika, maybe one of these days you should come to our room after dark. Maybe around 8 p.m. I want to show you something. Abigail wants to get her groove on. You know what? The time will come at some point, Abigail, but that will not be anytime soon. All right, it's time. Oh, we did it. Working at a beef slaughterhouse. It's not fun at all. Yeah, that sounds just like tiring work. That sounds like hella tiring work. It's here. Sorry, I'm excited. It's finally here. Okay, let me pull up my frickin'. Is it this one? Nope. Demetrius, I don't care about. Okay. It's this, right? Yeah. Okay. It's time to get some big chests, and it's officially time to do the stupid thing. How long have I been streaming for? Are you saying like how long have I been streaming today or just in general? Two different questions. If you're saying in general, technically been on YouTube for 8 years, streaming for 7, like as a content creator. So yeah, then it would be like 7 years of streaming, because the first year was just videos that I did until I started understanding how streaming worked. So it's been a lot of ups and downs, that is for sure. I have coal anywhere. I have Joja Cola somewhere, so. Okay, I gotta think this through real quick before I start making mistakes. Okay. Yeah, 8 years. I forgot you're old sometimes. Yeah, because what? I started making Resident Evil 5 like tried to do edited videos, and they weren't really that good. The gameplay, I think, was really what shined, because I was like doing amazing stuff with Resident Evil 5 back then. But I can't edit to save my life, and it was really proven that when I did those videos. I've tried learning on and off. I've talked about this numerous times on stream. I've tried learning how to edit on and off, and it has just never worked well for me. So that's why I'm trying to work with others to get the editing stuff done. The ideas are there. The ideas are indeed there. I was actually trying to figure out what I was going to do for Ghostwire Tokyo. So yeah. I'd like to put an iron bar above the mantle. Please put it sometime today. Girl, you got 2 days. Right, Robin's birthday is tomorrow. Okay, so I know she likes hardwood, but like, I don't think that's her favorite gift. What else do you like? Goat cheese peach spaghetti. Spaghetti. That's locked. Does Gus's give spaghetti? I do not remember. She also likes Woody's secret, which we're gonna chop down a whole bunch of stuff. How do you join the Discord? Do !Discord, and it should post the link. I'm always the one who types it, so I don't know if other people can do it. I never actually tested to see if it will let others like type !Discord. Yes, you can do that. Let's see if it works. Okay, cool. So it doesn't work. Hold on, I got this. Can I do? I've never really like super tested these out. Edit. Is it really just me that could do it? Wait. Oh. Oh, it's only on Twitch. What? How does that happen? Wait, what? Wait, what? Hi, Cassie. There we go. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I think I fixed it. Yep, I fixed it. Okay. I did it! See, this is why testing is important. Except I'm really bad at testing things. Okay. Apparently there was like an option that was just unchecked for it, so cool. All right, we should be good now. This is why you test some things. I still gotta add more stuff for StreamerBot. Also, I don't know when Wizboo got like just random 4 numbers at the back of their name. Like, I really don't know when that happened, but it did. So, you know, good on you, Wizboo. You know, it's so funny because Wizboo, I'm trying to remember now. I know what Wizboo is referring to, right? Because Wizboo is referring to Mario Party 4, which is my favorite Mario Party. But I'm trying to remember, like, because I don't think I've ever streamed Mario Party 4 to the community. Like, I know for sure that Mario Party 4 was played amongst, like, me, Cupid, Slime, and Doge. I know that's been a thing, but I don't think that was ever streamed. And I know that the original Wizboo, like, mythos came from Splatoon. So, what did... I don't remember... I don't remember what started it. Hi, Derek. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I don't remember what started, like, Wizboo as the joke. Like, I know Wizboo showed up because of 4. But since that's never been streamed, like, I don't remember the specifics. I'll have to figure it out eventually. We will have to stream Mario Party 4. Also, speaking of Nintendo and Mario stuff, even though Mario was, I don't think, mentioned at all during the Nintendo Direct. Nintendo Direct did happen today. I have not watched it because I was asleep during the entire time that it, yeah, I was asleep. I heard that there was some pretty interesting stuff talked about. Splatoon Raiders comes out in July. So we're gonna have to stream that, of course. I'm gonna have to go back and stream all the Splatoon games again, just for the new stuff that we're doing. There's a new Xenoblade, and then I know that they're doing the Xenoblade upgrade. And War even put in the Discord recommending Xenoblade 2, and then I've talked with them as well about playing X and 3 eventually. So, you know, there's a bit that I gotta play through. Want Splatoon Raiders so bad. Yeah, so we will stream it. There's, once again, there's a lot of games to be streamed, a lot of games to be played. Stardew is going to be off the docket for a bit soon until video gets finished, so there is, you know what, I might just go, Pam is going to be at the bar, so I should have enough time. Yeah, let's go spa. We'll go spa. I actually should have just put more copper in, but that's fine. We'll worry about that later. We're gonna need a lot of copper for what I'm gonna need, so. I mean, weirdly enough, like, out of the games being streamed right now, there's, like, quite a few that are gonna be, like, ending, so that way videos can be made of them, and then there is, like, games returning. Because according to the schedule, right, so Stardew, we're finishing fall, and then we got 2 streams of doing winter. And then that should be everything for Stardew year 1 until I start working on the videos there. And then Ghostwire. Ghostwire, I feel like I've been speeding through, Like, I really do feel like I've been speeding through Ghostwire Tokyo pretty quickly. So we might be done with that game faster than expected. I think the roguelite mode, though, might be the toughest part. We'll see. I haven't been keeping track of the achievements, though, in Ghostwire, which originally I was like, oh, that's probably on me. Like, I should be focusing on like writing down the achievements so I know where they are. But I was doing the marker system just to see if I can get that all taken care of. And since it's all on Steam, it tells me the times. So that should be okay. Dead by Daylight is... So, Dead by Daylight's anniversary is going to be happening really soon. Like, really soon. So that's something to go through. And then War also recommended that I play Hades 2, which I do want to play Hades 2 since it's been, you know, finished. The problem with Hades 2 is I want to finish the All Darkness run of Hades 1. So that's going to be back on the docket. Oh, and then during the Nintendo Direct, they announced that there's going to be Pocopia 2.0, and there's like an expansion pass and like another biome. And I'm just like, oh man, I'm going to have to freaking do the, what is it called? I'm gonna have to do the storage stuff for down there too. Like, oh, it's just, if it's not one thing, it's the next, you know? Pam isn't responding. She's probably drunk. Spaghetti! I don't know, for those who watched the Nintendo Direct, was there anything that, like, stood out to you that, like, do you think would be interesting, that y'all are interested to play? I know most of my community is gonna say Splatoon Raiders, and I get that. But once again, since I didn't see all of it. We're running on, I can see new circle. We're running low on wood. These will be done eventually. Alright, it is time. The first 3 big chests, chat. It finally has happened, as I also need to take that from Pam. Pam's at 8? Pam's at 8? Alright, it goes... So here's a question. Can I get this one that's over in this corner right now? No. Okay. That's what I figured. So I think what I did want to do is what I was planning on, which was just doing the back row and then going from there. All right, we got our first 3 of this. So for those who don't remember, we are doing a full item run of this game. And we can now start putting stuff that we need, or stuff that we have, into these chests. We only need 1 of each, and it does not matter about quality. Quality does make different items, however, at the same time, it's not super important for what we're doing. Especially because there's some quality items that you just get locked out of if you try to go for all qualities, and the codes will not save you from those. So because of that, that's why we're not considering all quality. Bless you, somebody's sneezing roughly. Okay. So, wild horseradish, daffodil, and once again, like, it doesn't matter quality, we'll just take whatever we can get. Do I have a leek? I have dandelions. Do I have, I thought I had like better leeks. Yes, I do. All right, cool. We'll just put this stuff down here for now. Parsnip. I'm just doing these in order of like what I ended up randomly seeing. Like there's like a ID base that has a whole bunch of stuff, but there's no like rhyme or reason to it, I suppose. So if anyone's just like, Kit, you put like the first 4 forages, and then you put, for some reason, There we go. Hey, what up, Lottie? Big Stream Street, nice. You're like, you put parsnips and then you put the gems right after it. It's like, what are you doing? And once again, this is just based off of the list that I have. Like, I just kind of threw this all together. There's no, once again, big rhyme or reason. I think it's just based off of their, some stuff is. And so what I'm going to do is once we put something in one of these chests for all items, I'm going to see if there's like what we need to create with them. So wild horseradish is first. And then I go over here and we type in wild horseradish. Horseradish. Okay. And it can be put in a seed maker. And it can make a shrimp cocktail. And then I need to go. Oh, and then what I was going to do is go here. And then make a new one of these. And then, nope, that goes there. Drop this down. This is going to be bullet list. So wild horseradish. Spring. Shrimp cocktail. Apparently is what's made for those. So the wild horseradish is used in Wild Seed Spring, a shrimp cocktail, and is used to make the Good Grief shirt. Cool. Then I'm going to move this over here. Then we're going to mark this as yellow to signify. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm marking things as yellow if like we have not gained every item that we can from said item. Next is the daffodil. The daffodil is used for wild seeds, spring. Who would have thought? And then can make the shirt. It makes a shirt. I don't know. Shirt. Looks like it's shirt 67. There's so many different like random freaking shirts. Also, there's dyeing, and I've never done dyeing in this game. There's only 6 colors, right? Wait. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Would you like to touch Ninjala again to have a sequel? Ask me that as we get closer, because I'm not entirely sure. Okay. Hold on. I have a question, chat. We need to figure this out. Stardew fanatics. We need some advice here. Where is the muscle shirt that we got? Because this is gonna be what. This is gonna be rough for a few reasons. Okay, so the fake muscle shirt. It's dyeable. I need to know. Excuse me. Do I need to get every single iteration of a dyed fake muscle shirt? Or do we only need one? What do we think? Let me see if I can find this shirt. The wiki. What am I not doing? Just... One is fine, I'd say. Okay. I would be inclined to agree because it's just different colors of each one, and it's just like the unique item. So let's not worry about dyeing any of them, because otherwise then you have like the different like shades of dye and whatnot. And I feel like that's just a little bit unnecessary. Once again, if need be, if like there becomes like a big outcry once the video is made of like all the stuff that, hey, we want all the different types of dyed stuff to prove it. Like, I don't mind going back, but go from there. All right, leeks. Leek is used in the wild seeds of spring, a salad, and the lime green tunic. Okay, cool. This is going to be probably the longest part, is actually like getting these all done. Dandelion. Dandelion also used in a salad. A lot of the stuff that's going to involve cooking is going to take a while because I have decided not to expand my house yet. Which, you know what? Thinking about it, I probably should. And this is used to make a mint blouse. Next, parsnips. Parsnips are used for a few things. Put that right there. Farmer's lunch, parsnip soup, and a shirt and belt. Okay. Not bad. Next is the emerald. And the emerald is just used to make... Emerald could be used at a forge to increase the speed of a melee weapon. I totally forgot that forges were added. Like that was forges were added in 1.6, right? I want to say that was the case. Aquamarine. Marble brazier. I'm so bad at saying words sometimes. Aquamarine, marble brazier. And then shirt number 145. All right, cool. And then we can just make multiple of these. Man, aquamarines are not that bad, honestly. We can use them as some good gifts. Crystallariums. We made crystallariums from combat, right? I think that's the case. I want to say like after you get a high enough combat level is when you make the is when you can make the crystallarium. It's been, once again, it's been a while. This is shirt number... I'm trying to get these like shirt numbers. Amethyst. Oh my gosh, where's my amethyst? Go grab the amethyst. Actually, aren't there amethysts like up here? No, don't throw those in there. Nope. Well, I mean, tomorrow's gonna be gift giving day, so... There we go. Amethyst. I mean, amethyst, I do agree with Abigail. It's a pretty cool gem. That's for sure. This. It would help if I spelled the word correctly. Amethyst is only used to make... A lot of this is used to make clothes. Do I have access to that, like, immediately? I hope I have access to that immediately. I would assume I might. All right, next is topaz, which is used to make also a shirt. A lot of these are just used to make shirts. Like, there's literally nothing else. There's no other reason to have these gems except for gifts and shirts. That seems weird to me. Right. Like, that feels so strange to me. Like, I feel like the gemstones should get more. Okay. So here's the problem now. Is that I need to move this over. Is there a control? Hold on. Is there a control that I could do where I can move it around freely? No. Okay. Cool. Shoot. That seems so dumb to me. Item stowing? Gosh, that sucks. Okay. Well. Because if I take this, yeah, it just falls down. This topaz. Because then I need a banana sapling here. Is there really just no way? Gosh. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Okay. So I need a banana sapling. I have to do this all in order. Well. Okay. Things I did not expect to be difficult. That actually surprises me. Like, that should... Maybe it's because I've been used to Minecraft lately, since that's, like, the most recent game I've, like, played that has chests. But, like... I feel like... That's not that... That just seems like a dumb thing, right? Like, it feels like it. I could be wrong. Speaking of rain... Oh, is it a thunderstorm? Looks like it's a thunderstorm. Glazed yams. Hooray. Eggplants. Hooray. Well, that just got struck. So the worst thing is that I need a banana sapling. But the problem is that I can't plant the banana sapling. I just have to put the actual sapling in the, okay, that's fine. Iron bar, refined quartz, bat wings. Okay. The trials and tribulations of trying to get this all to work. Is there... Hold on. Do this. Okay. Nope, that's not gonna work. Okay. This has just changed everything. I, for some reason, did not remember that the way that Stardew Valley works is that you're just stuck with the items that you have. Or like you can't split them. So like in Minecraft, right, you can just like fill a chest all with like one block of cobblestone or something if you really wanted to. But in this game, they all stack together. So do I just make a list? And then once we like have it stacked, it's just like, yep, we got it. We're good. Okay. Robin's birthday. I mean, what this tells me is that all the work that I just did of like jotting down every single item and having their own chest and everything all set to go was pointless. So that's fun. Cool. Cool. Sorry, I'm racking my brain right now because I feel like I'd have an idea of something that I could do. I just don't know if it would work. Give me like 2 seconds, chat, for me to like weigh my options here of how I want to do this. Okay. Okay. I have an idea. I have an idea. I have an idea. Okay. We're good. 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 We will stick to what we're doing. Just that second shed is going to be a lot more useful than I originally expected. Hello. Happy birthday, Robin. Here's some spaghetti. Okay. So here's what's going to happen. While I have everything in like the weird order based on like the game IDs and everything, that is all set to go, and I already have it all split up based on based on their IDs, right? The eternal IDs. That's why Wild Horseradish is the first one, because that's the first ID that shows up. Okay. So, we're going to keep it in that order, but I am going to use the other shed that we will eventually make to house the items temporarily. Or not really temporarily, but like, since we're gonna have another shed that's gonna have all of the, what am I doing? Like the items like more in bulk, we could just grab them from there and then just put them in order once we get to that point. We just got to make sure that we don't run out of said item, because then things just start going downhill fast. The next issue we're running into though is I'm gonna need a coop. So So keep in mind, for this all item stuff, this is also including quest items. And when we're considering quest items, a lot of them just go away forever after you turn in the quest. So what I want to do is I want to use the code glitch stuff to switch the name, to see if we could to see if we can spawn in a again. So I want to see if we can spawn in duplicate like quest items, but I also want to see if I can spawn in, if I can like rename the chickens and see if that works. I don't know, because the other option with the codes is I could just keep changing my character's name, but I think that gets pretty expensive as like time goes on. So I don't really want to like be like, ah, yes, we went from Volika to code number 376 to code number 0224 or something like that. And I have to test this stuff all out. So this is just going to be a fun, we're going to be learning so much stuff together, chat. It's going to be great. All in the vein of trying to get every single item with codes being allowed. I imagine it's going to be okay. I was thinking chickens were going to be the easiest thing to do that for, though, right? Because, like, I would... like, buy the chicken. I guess it depends on what's the cheapest, maybe? I guess I didn't consider that. Whatever the cheapest would be. How expensive is it to change your name in this game? I don't think it would be that expensive, right? Oh, we still need to go to Abigail's room after 8. Still a lot to do. I like, though, how, like, randomly a banana sapling is, like, right next in the line of, hey, if you're gonna try to get every single item, make sure you get the banana sapling. We know that we put all the gems together, but real quick, I needed to get the banana sapling. It just seems so out of left field. Oh, whatever. We're gonna make it work, chat. I tell you what, we're gonna make it work. Oh, I'm gonna still need money though for the Halloween stuff. Okay. Yeah, I'm aware we need the banana sapling. There's always money in the banana stand. If we keep that in mind, I'm sure everything will be just fine. There's always money in the banana stand. There's always money in the banana stand. Little buddy's trying to kill us. The other issue is that everyone's going to have like different interpretations for all items. One's going to be like, oh, you're going to need all the quality. Others are going to be like, oh, you don't need all the quality. But you can't use codes ever. And it's like, well, how are we going to get them all in the same file is the big question. There's so many shrooms around here. Oh, I'm gonna need sheep though too, because I'm gonna need wool for cloth. My inventory's full? My inventory is no longer full. How we got to this point is baffling to me. That's fine. I mean, if worse comes to worse, I'm gonna have to look up or use the item thing again just to be like, what items am I missing? How much sludge am I missing? I'm missing 5. We won't leave until we're done with the slime, the sludge. You know what? I'm getting confused. Copper bar, I need those. I don't need fiber. I don't have a high fiber diet. My fiber intake is crazy. Anyway. Stabby, stabby. Cool. It's also gold. We also still need to upgrade our tools, which I would say that winter is going to be the time where we upgrade all the tools. Like, we'll probably constantly have it. Because keep in mind, I'm going to just need a bunch of preserves jars, and I'm going to need a bunch of kegs. Which we now have oak resin, so we can actually start making keg stuff. Keg-related items. I also need to make the bottom chests. Because the bottom chests also have a lot of stuff. Maybe I want to have a chest that's like a need to sort chest. I guess I would put that though in the like the other shed that we will eventually make. Well, that guy died quickly. The other cool thing though with this all items is we actually get to see what every item is used for, which would be cool. So that is something else that I get to consider. Have I already made all the wild seeds for spring? Like, I know I planted them, but I don't think I made them. Do we really want copper ore? Yes. Do I want the broken CD? The answer is no. We only got 3 coal from that. It's just so funny. Yeah, you know, that's a fair point. I do need to put coal in the thing. Cool. Cool. Robin's birthday was a success, and now we just plop down everything else and hope for the best. We're not going to be buying any more seeds, and I guess that means that we're done with farming for now. Do we think I hit level 10 farming, though? Like, that's actually something I am worried about. Do I actually hit level 10 farming? Before winter? Because I would really like the artisan stuff. We'll be cutting it close. Also, I dropped 1,300 frames somehow. What in the world? Nero loves me! You love me? You gave me a fish? Give me that fish. My cat loves me. We did it, everybody. If you know the irony of this, congratulations. High quality eggplants going in. Here's the other thing though, is like we have a bunch of eggplants. Obviously we're just gonna keep throwing these in. Bookseller's in. I don't really care about the bookseller, to be honest. We gotta talk to Lewis, because that's gonna give us money. Then we can buy a banana sapling. Hopefully. Gifts for everybody seems like it would be an ideal thing. Town. I mean, there's also the greenhouse that we have to worry about too. So much to do. It's great though that like as time goes on, we'll have less and less that we need to do. But I mean, the community center I haven't touched in ages, so. George's birthday is also coming up. We do have a leak specifically for him, so that should be fine. Joja Cola, we can give that to Sam. When's your house open? 8:30. Cool. Oh yeah, we can do our next special request. Demetrius, for unknown reasons, the local population of lakefish has grown to an unsustainable level. I need a local angler to help reduce their numbers. For unknown reasons, the local population of tiger trout has grown to unsustainable levels. I need to locate a local angler to help reduce their numbers. Okay. Sure. What do you need? Catch 20 lakefish. Is lake the mountain? What classifies as the lake? Okay. Yeah, what classifies as the lake? Is that Cindersnap? Or I guess Cindersnaps does have a lake. Okay. Thanks for the... Dude, you need more pants at this rate. Give me... Is this just a cow? A cow decal. Oh, okay, cool. I thought I was just being given a cow. I was really confused for a second. Let's go talk to Sam. Sam, I'm not good enough friends with you, am I? Bro, I had Joja Cola waiting for you. SMH. Lakefish. Like, I would presume that he's just talking about the Cindersnap lake, right? Like, that's just my presumption. Just grab the fishing pole and then just start fishing up a bunch of fish, I guess. I don't know why I'm holding on to this chub like it's... What a sentence to say. I was like, I don't know why I'm holding on to a chub like it's like my dearest companion. But I guess like I need to do that for some... I guess, I don't know. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Bookseller, I don't really need. And my brain is like sporadic. Hello, it's Farmer Volica. It is. Do you have blanabas? I'm getting the feeling that if I want to get a blanaba, I'm gonna have to. Why do I not remember bananas in this game? Is bananas from somewhere else? Hold on. I literally typed in blanaba twice. Oh, it's from the place I've never been. Oh. Oh. I still don't even know how to get there. Okay. Stardew Valley Masters. Oh, okay, well that's gone now. How do I get to Ginger Island? Because I haven't played this game since Ginger Island came, like... Okay, does this count as a... Yes, okay, this counts as a lake. Awesome. I've not done any Ginger Island related stuff. Frickin' Willie's gonna be BFFs with us sooner or later. Demetrius, please don't walk into me. I'm trying to catch fish for you, buddy. Yeah, I've never been to Ginger Island. Like, I've heard about it. That's how you do all the perfection stuff. I have no idea how to get there. Never been either. Well, we will figure it out eventually, but apparently for those top chests, I'm not going to be able to move forward with those until we get a banana sapling. We can move on to the second chest. Like, the second chest is not bad. Because, yeah, I don't really have a rhyme or reason to how I'm organizing them. It's just whatever I have listed on the, through the IDs and what I've seen on the wiki, like, that's going to be my go-to. Because, so keep this in mind, with the spreadsheet that I made and, like, organizing the chests, there's two resources that I'm using. One is somebody compiled every single, like, internal ID. The problem is the internal ID also includes objects, and by objects, I mean, like, the trees themselves, or, like, these bushes, or in the case of when I first started concocting this idea, a lot of the ideas were rocks that are found inside the mines. Like, we're talking, be sure. Okay. We're talking like diamond ore rocks. We're talking about the regular stone rocks. We're talking about all the different variations of those stone rocks. And obviously I'm not going to put those into chests because they're objects. They're not actual items. So, sorry, I stretched and it caused me to press the button. Anyway, so yeah, that's something. So that's why I have it organized the way that I do. And then the other is the Stardew Valley wiki, which I've learned doesn't have every single item on the wiki. Thank you for the hydrate. Sebastian's now's not the time for smooches. I'm literally in the middle of fishing, Sebastian. Okay, bye. Come here, Sebastian. Sebastian's all yours, Blossy. Hold on, I'm getting my drink here. But anywho, when it comes down to all the items like on the wiki, like the wiki ones I've just put in like kind of the same kind of chests. So I really don't have any like full rhyme or reason. Maybe I should put like forageables together and then gems together. Like something of that sort. Maybe that would be easier to follow along. Hi, Sebastian. And now you're just standing next to me smoking. You're literally smoking in my face. You immediately went for the kiss, walked away, and now you're smoking right next to me. We end up going on our date with Abigail, and Abigail's like, you smell like smoke. But the only person I know who smokes is Sebastian. Wait a second. It's like, nothing happened, I swear. Tell Linus to join in on the fun. I think today we're just learning Blossy has has some interesting tastes. How much are we at, by the way, right now? Okay, we got 2 more. Okay, cool. A big help. What is this? Oh, completing 40 of the requests. Okay. Nice. I have another question, actually. I was trying to think if I want to word this. Okay. That's what I figured. Please don't autoplay. Let's say if you start autoplaying, that's gonna suck. Okay. Okay, so now I'm in the fickle part of thinking about what I want to do. Man, there's so much that like is going through my brain at any given moment of like, how do I want to do this? There's got to be an easier way to do this. There's got to be a harder way to do this. Also, you know what I just realized? We wouldn't even be able to do an all quality run of Stardew. Because the legendary fish also would have to be quality, like different qualities. Excuse me. And the legendary fish, like once you catch them once, you can't catch them again. So I guess that would be another reason why we wouldn't do the quality. So it's been a while since I've like messed with chest mechanics. Can I name a chest? Or could I like, there's these text signs. Can I place that on a chest, or does that have to be like... You know, it's a little concerning when I can't find wood. Do I have any more wood? 26. Oh, here we go. There's a bunch. I'm gonna create a text sign just to see. I imagine it doesn't work how I'm thinking it does, but it would be nice if I could just be like, put it on. It's just on the side. Okay. Oh my gosh, my brain. Hold on. I'm yawning and I'm thinking. Okay. What if? Okay. This is just now a legitimate question. I want there to be some sort of organization, right? I want there to be some sort of organization with all of the items that I'm going to have to sort. What's the other one? Oh my gosh, I can't think of... It's literally on my other screen. What am I doing? Okay. 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 I have come up with a better idea. I've come up with a far better idea. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. Okay. First, grab all these. I don't know, I'm sneezing a bunch. Thank you. I think I just need to organize everything into their own different chests and have each one of them be mirrored across the whatever you want to call it. Have it be mirrored across the sheds. That's what I'm trying to get at. Have it be mirrored across the shed. So, with that being said, I break the floor in anger. No. So let's try this again. Ish. Leek, spring onion. Do I even have like one salmon berry still? No. Okay. I just want to see how these organize real quick too. just in reference's sake. So if I put all these in and then I hit organize, it does it based on name. Okay. Hold on. Is this really going to be the greatest thing ever? Hold on. I mean, they tried. They really did. Okay. Okay. This has exactly what I'm looking for, I think. Hold on. Um the question is, gosh, they're trying to get this to work is going to be crazy. Um Wait, is this correct? What if I do no? No. I'm trying to see if there's like forageables on here. Would that fall under this? Would forageables fall under what I'm looking at? Monster loot's not going to work. Special items. No. Tools. Trash. Weapons. Spot boulder equipment. Air item. Judge seat spot. Crops technically work. I'm like trying to find how I want to organize all this. And I feel like if I do it alphabetically, that would be interesting. But I'd also want to do that with like hold on. Can I do this? No. Okay. Sorry, I'm really like trying to figure out like how I want to do this. Especially if I want to do this alphabetically. If that like alphabetically would be hilarious. I don't think that's the case. This one was like the best idea though. But I guess these also fall under like because it's all under forage, right? Which is not on here. Where's this thing? Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. There is another idea. Hold on. I have another idea of something I could try. Where is... It's this, right? Except that's not the right one because I had to switch it to something else. What did I switch it to? I switched it to something. What did I switch it to? It's funny, like, looking through my, like, just everything that I've had. Wait, didn't I make it? Didn't I zip it? Hold on, I might have zipped it. Shit, sorry, you're gonna have to move real quick. No, it's not that. Did I delete it? Can I see my recycling bin from here? What is in my recycling bin? A whole bunch of stuff. What is... Is this it? Hold on. Ah! There's so much to do. Is this it? Destination already has a file name. Excuse me? I'm just blind. Don't worry, chat. I'm just blind. Wait. Am I even more blind? Oh my gosh. This pack. Was it all this? That over there. It is. Okay. I figured it out, chat. I did it. I finally found it. Except now this is gonna be rough. Oh, I'm gonna have a field day. Do you have your glasses on even? I do. Okay. Okay. Let's just put everything back, chat. Just put everything back. Okay. So this is what I'm deducing that I am going to do. Okay. I'm so sorry that took so long. While like looking into what I was going to be doing, I kind of already did something, and I didn't like fully do it. So here is what I'm going to do before we start like organizing the items, which is gonna suck, but like so be it. First thing is I am gonna need that other shed. Once I make the other shed, that's gonna be like way easier to just sort through items and whatnot. But on top of that, I have it's this one right here. So then I need to, sorry, I need to do this, and then I have to go all the way down here, and then press this, go like that, and boom. All right, cool. So I have made it so I could read all the different files, like the data. And what the goal would be is we use that information to figure out every single item in the game. Like that is just regular. And since I took a copy of it, deleting them is not gonna like affect anything. So I'm gonna have to go through the files, figure out all the different items and what categories they would belong to. And by using that information, create the actual list, which, because the game organizes things alphabetically, I'm going to have to organize it all alphabetically per chest. And each chest holds 70 items, so I'm going to have to organize them all 70 items at a time. Which means I'm going to have to redo my entire spreadsheet again. So, that spreadsheet that I spent, I shit you not, a week on, I'm going to have to do it again. What does this say? You've been such a great help around town since you moved here. Everyone keeps telling me all the wonderful things you've done for them. Please accept this thank you prize. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Dear Relica, from what I can tell, you've been taking really good care of your pet. I'm really happy about that, but there are many sweet animals that need a home. If you're interested, I'll start offering pet adoptions at my shop. Just be aware that there is a licensing fee, and also that each pet will want their own outdoor pet bowl area, or else they'll be unhappy. Robin will be happy to construct additional pet bowls for a price. See you soon, Marnie. Oh, cool. Hi, Relica, thanks for your help with the fish. Nature is usually good at keeping things balanced, but sometimes artificial factors can cause an imbalance. I've included a blueprint for a science magazine that you might find interesting. Ooh, farm computer. Interesting. Cool. So, thanks for the chub again. Cat really likes just giving me chub. Okay, so this is not going to be like... It's just going to be more annoying than anything. But essentially, I want to organize now the chests, essentially in an alphabetical order, but also by category. So this is just going to take a long time. And I guess that is going to be my project for after the stream today. So we're not going to be doing any item-based shenanigans today. It is literally just going to be, let's just finish fall. And then I'm going to have to, like, organize everything. And I do mean everything. It's just going to be one of those days. George, okay. I mean, it's not the worst thing. Like, I do have nearly all the items, like, organized anyway. It's just now more the fact that I'm gonna have to really organize. Because if I just do it based on IDs, then there's no, like, rhyme or reason to anything that I'm doing. So I really just need to sit down and just take a look at every option that we have. And that shouldn't be too bad. Because what I'll end up doing is I'll just be going through the files, and once I get like the category, it's like, okay, this is the category. Let's just start deleting it to make sure I don't have to worry about typing in that category ever again. So it's going to be a long and hard process. But you know what? I do it because it will be fun for me. Say that in the loosest sense. This game is supposed to be like calm and chill. The other thing I also saw, which I'm not going to do, is there was like, oh, you could just use the modding tools, like cheat codes, to get the different qualities of everything. I don't think I really want to do that. Just keep in mind, like, this idea was more like spur of the moment than anything, because I think it would just be amusing. I don't think it's going to be difficult in the grand sense. I think the most difficult part is just figuring out what every item is. Like, getting every item is not going to be hard. It's just figuring out what all the items are is the rough part. But if I could figure out what every single item is, then we're chilling. And if I do it in alphabetical order, I could put them all in there at any given time. And then I don't have to worry about, like, all the issues I'm gonna have. So yeah, that's just gonna be way better than what I ended up doing. So now that's my next task. So we're gonna finish fall. I'm so sorry, chat, that I'm like all over the place. I thought that I had this all like taken care of, and it was. Should have thought this through a little bit more. Powder melons, interesting. I don't know why I was gonna go to the ladder. Probably should just keep going down so I can get more iron. The idea is sound, it's just I need to do said idea. Is mining pulled up? I don't know why that just took me so long though to like figure out, because I was like doing things by IDs and I was like, man, this is just not gonna look nice, because it's like, oh, you have a random banana sapling in the middle because the ID for the banana sapling is on par with some gems and foraging. It's like, no, I want to have foraging all in one bundle. I want to have the crops all in one bundle. Like that would be just more visually appealing to see, is just just everything in their like proper spot, you know? So I don't know why my brain was like, no, what you should do is just the IDs and doesn't matter what everyone else thinks. I'm just like, man, I really should just like think things through before I do them. The next issue though is not even out the spreadsheet, is do I build the other shed? Because I need to have some place to actually like store everything properly. And on the wooden tiles on the far right, it's like not exactly the best idea. Keep in mind, I also still need to do the community center stuff. I also have preserve jars I need to worry about. Yeah, there's preserve jars I'm going to need to worry about. There's kegs I'm going to need to worry about for money. So I'm going to have to start working on those. I kind of want to do a thing that, like, once we don't need an item anymore, like, we can just start getting rid of it. Which I feel like is just a generally good idea, so that way we don't have a bunch of useless stuff that we're never going to use, right? That's why I was making the whole list of like, oh, this is what the wild horseradish stuff is used for. This is what the daffodils and dandelions are used for. Because once gifts are done, like, gifts are done. I don't need to worry about those anymore. Lead rod. And I really just kind of did my own, like, tangent is essentially what I've done. Like, it's a great idea. I like the idea. It's more the fact that, like, there's just a lot that I need to keep in mind. Gotta love also all the random monsters that showed up to the fight. Helps out with our adventure guild stuff, because we have to finish all the stuff for the adventure guild. More slimes to kill. Bats. Once we get the slime charmer ring, that will be sick. Apparently it's the day that Kit just wants to yawn again. Eternally sleepy. That's fine. I didn't even see if we were about to level up in combat. I hope we are, because the sooner we get the crystallarium, the better. But also I'm at the point though where, like, I looked at, like, jades and topazes and stuff, and I'm like, man, there's no reason. Like, cool, it's gonna be great to have, but it's mostly gonna be for selling purposes. It's not gonna be for, like, actual use. Because once again, once everyone's, like, friends with us, we're set. Like, I don't have to worry about anything. Speaking of that, I think I should just start going around giving people things. But also, like, there's a bunch of diamonds, so you know what? That's fine. Just defeat the flurries and it's like, alright, cool. On to the next one. Jade. But, like, oh no, I didn't even put Jade away. Because I was gonna say, I don't think it told me that Jade can be used to trade. And also, I think emeralds can be used to trade, and I don't think the game pointed that out. Not the game, but the wiki. That's fine. Dwarf guys over there, just chilling. Excuse me. Just never gonna stop yawning. Do I even have the powder mallard stuff? Why do I have 2 lead rods? Sure. And a prize ticket. Oh, that was fast with those. Where's my eggplants? Eggplants? There you go. Put those in there. Oh, we could get the crystallarium now. It's mining, not... It was mining, not combat. I don't know why I thought it would be combat. That makes way more sense that it's mining. Sick. Crystallarium. All set to go. Hey, do you want to know how to make glazed yams? They're delicious. I mean, the big thing, though, is can we get... level 10 farming before the end? That is a question. Love glaziums. Nice. It is George's birthday. I think I just want to give everybody gifts today. Right? Let's give everyone gifts that needs them. Pam, Willie, Shane, Linus, Kodo, Badu, Alex. Cool. Definitely more, but I'm not too worried. I would like a trash catalog, please. One of these days we'll find the trash catalog. I'm just eternally yelling. Yelling? Yawning, even. Here we go. Oh no, a monster known as the Squid Kid. However, will we defeat it? Lewis had bread. Hello, Shane. Here you go. Oh, he's telling us how to befriend Marty. And hit net. Cool. Right, to Willie we go. And then we're gonna have to go back into the mines and go kill the Squid Kid. Also haven't been down here for a while, so there's a few things we can pick up. We can sell for some extra cash. We will have enough for the regular shed, but I don't know if I want to do that just yet. Like, there are some other buildings that I need. I do need silos if I'm gonna keep animals happy. Silos would be really good. Or we just hoard until the next time. There's also a fish smoker. I could also have a barn or a coop anyway, just to get that taken care of. Good morning. Here you go. Alex will take the field snack. This might actually max out George. Caroline. Caroline's gonna be in there for a bit, so we'll just go to the mines. We'll go beat a Squid Kid, and then go talk to Asmodeus. You know what? I should see how much a silo costs. That'd be important. What's happening? Oh, okay. See, like 4,000? 100. Okay, so we need clay. Ooh, you know what? We could just clay farm. Because I do need more clay for... Well, no, we're going to be doing that a lot in winter, so it's not the biggest deal. Look at all those iron. Let's get more. So it's like 105, right? Maybe 115. No, we'll go 105. 105 is probably better. Squire's helmet? This is what I'm talking about, chat. We just get random items, and then I just gotta figure out what to do with them. We could be a squire now. Alright, where are these floating heads? Bone fragments? Crazy. Usually there's a floating head like down right here, but nope, apparently not. Oh, we leveled up in combat. I'm being assaulted by a slime. I'm really just down here to find the floating head, because then we have other things that need to get done. Miss it. Come on. Come on, come on. I mean, maybe it is deeper down. I feel like I remember seeing squid kids at this depth, but that's fine. I didn't even parse that that was a ruby rock. That's hilarious. See, but like I just pulled up the fact that like these are only used for gifts and like that's it. So then we got purple mushrooms, and purple mushrooms are fantastic. So the fact that we found 2 of them are good. Oh, there's so much stuff. And I would love to make iridium sprinklers, but that requires the bus being repaired. I should just repair the bus, maybe. I don't know. Should I just repair the bus? Should I just move on with my life? That's a squid kid. And more diamonds. Like, we're just finding diamonds left, right, and center. Hi. You're dead. Crazy. We got squid ink. We're just getting 2 diamonds all the time. We're rolling in it. We're rolling in the deep. Adele would be proud. You could have had it all. Rolling in the deep. Anyway. Combat level's gonna go up. What's this? Coal. Fences. We'll go talk to the wizard. Wizard's gonna give us some info. Pick up a blackberry. What levels are our stuff, by the way, right now? Everything's 9 or 10 except for combat. No one's surprised. Boom, got it. I totally forgot that silos are only like 100. It's just the hard part about silos is getting the clay needed. That shouldn't be that bad, though. Also, now we can make crystallariums, which, like, huge. Just needs iridium bars. I need to, well, yeah, no, and then I would need to go to the frickin' desert, which means I need the bus, which I have to get a bunch of money for. Which means I guess we'll get there in due time. I don't know why I'm also stockpiling all this store stuff. Like, I should just sell what I don't need. And I have to organize my chests at some point. Yeah, one of these days. Summer Spangle. Iridium, huh? And money. That's the other thing. So I need kegs. Copper and iron bars. But like the best place to put kegs... I need so much more stuff. It's just taking its time. Oh, I do need more tappers though. Hold on. What am I just need more copper bars. Oh. That's right. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's right, because those things are not going to grow. I need to get more of those. So I'm going to have to grind clay to put around the trees to prevent them from growing. Ooh, that is something I did not remember. That's fair. Hey, look, slime incubator. Slime incubator and explosive ammo. Explosive ammo will be used way later. So I actually need clay. The spreading reeds have caused damage to the farm. You don't say. What are you telling me about? Figured I'd give you this recipe. I'm half laying around trying to burn it. Spicy eel. Thanks. Thank you for visiting Pierre's. Enclosed as your cashback rewards program rebate. See you soon. Sorry for the stock message, Volica. Enjoy. I didn't realize that we were getting rebates, but like, you know, pop off, Chief. Listen, I wasn't expecting a rebate, but you know what? That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. Yeah. Pet the cat. Cat doesn't have anything. Cool. So, oh, wait a second. The yams are ready. Please level up. Please level up. Please. Please level up. No levels. No levels. Unfortunate. I mean, there's still time. There's still time. Kind of want to hold off on all this stuff before I sell it, specifically so we can get like a big boost if we, as long as I hit what I need to hit. That'd be something to consider, because I want to get the artisan skill. And the artisan skill would make those so much more worth it. So... there's much trash out there, too. I mean, the rebate's cool. Works for me. So, what else we got? Fire quartz to Sebastian. Alright, we could do that. Quickly, grab that. Cool. Yeah, we should have fire quartz. We're just gonna need a lot of crystallariums, because the crystallariums we could then make a whole bunch of stuff. But then again, I don't see the reason for needing the crystallarium if most of the stuff is just not gonna be useful. Unless I could use them as like currency, which I think you can in the desert. Okay. So big thing. I need clay. I need clay for a few reasons. There's fire quartz. With clay, we can then... We need copper and clay. That's really what it's coming down to, is I need copper and I need clay. Luckily, I have a whole bunch of copper right here, but I also need... well, I probably will need more. 15? Is that the one I want to go to? Yeah. Because we want to destroy these. I want to dig this up. This is going to be our best form of clay. Because I need to make the path surrounding the trees. And by having it surround the trees, that's going to stop the saplings from spreading. So I need to do that first. And then we can put tappers on all of them, and then that way we get the syrup, we get the pine tar, and we get the oak resin. Which, once again, all of those absolutely huge for what we need. And then I have so we have 3 chests already. I think one is just going to be forageables, one's going to be minerals. And then do I want the last one to be crops, maybe? Just trying to think of, like, what I want that last... like, what do I want the last chest to be? Because if we could do foraging and gems, then that takes care of all of our geodes. Because then we could put all 4 different types of geodes there, too. And then it just comes down to, let's get all the gems. And then go from there. I feel like I should have done... I mean, this is fine. This is also giving us copper, so it's not the worst deal. And a lost book, apparently. Cool. Copper ore. I think the only thing I'm going to have to buy from Clint, though, is coal. Like, I got rid of the frickin' soil, though, too. I feel like there's a better area that I should be going to. Is it 10? No, it's 20, because 20 gives the ghost fish, and then you go down a few times, and then that's where it is. Okay. I was like, there's a place that has just a ridiculous amount of spots that you could just dig. It's where the ghost fish is. Yeah, it's here. Look at that, a skeletal tail. And the goal, once again, is just get as far down as we can. No, please, I want to go down just a little bit more. Well, my energy is almost low, so... The likelihood that we're gonna... Here we go. I was like, this is what I was looking for. And then just like that, we're done. Cool. Leave the mine. See, and then we just didn't get any coal, so now I have to do this all over again. Put that all there. Now we gotta go find Sebastian. Never mind. Let me put the copper away because I don't need the copper anymore. I do need the stone though, because then we turn all the clay into brick floors. Only 40, but you know. Them's the breaks, I guess. But we need this. Like, this is actually super important. I do need to eat 1 carrot. That should just give us just enough to get rid of the trees that are surrounding places. Did I have a nice walk? Yes. Is Sebastian down here? No. Alright, where do we think Sebastian went? Sebastian... Probably... in the pub. Nope. Alright, where do we think Sebastian? Sebastian, where are you? There's Caroline. Where's the heck is Sebastian? Where is this mother trucker? Sebastian. Where'd he go in here? Summer. The 25th. Thursday. What? I guess I'd never seen him over here. Okay. Apparently. Apparently we're left his basement, now we don't know where he went. Apparently he's by the train station. There he is. Bro, I don't know why you're here, but... Excuse me. Like, is he at the train station for? I have no idea. Guess that's where I just wanted to be. There is this skeletal hand. There's a lot of stuff that we also need to drop off to Gunther. So that way we can meet Krobus, but... Like I said, I'm not really in a rush to do all this sort of stuff. Like, most of the times I want to be, like, as optimal as I possibly can, but... I think the best thing is this. Also, actually, now I have to take a look at this. 'Cause how did I put this? I only did 2. Settings, toggle these off. So I put 1 over here, 1 over here. Hold on, let me see. Sprinklers. Oh, and then we just do 1 all the way to the top. Hold on. Yes? Hold on. Yes, okay. So I have to put this, like, not right there, but like here. Hard to tell if it's all connecting, but... Okay. So that's good. Then this goes like this. I'm going to need a lot more clay. We're going to need so much more clay. Oh, yeah. Like, look, there's just a random tree right there, so I have to get rid of that. Oy, okay. Well, that does that. That takes care of that, so. All right. Those are all doing their things. Farming. Farming is what we're looking for. Not going to get level 10 farming today. But tomorrow is a possibility. It's raining. You're not going to give me anything, cat. That's fine. It's time. Notice the chill in the air. It could be the approach of winter, or it could be the tingle of a dark specter here to help us celebrate tomorrow's festival, the Spirits Eve. Come to town at 10 p.m. if you'd like to participate. Spirits Eve is like cool in concept until you realize that like you really just can't do anything the entire day. Like, that's really what Spirits Eve is like, hello, welcome to Spirits Eve. You're not doing anything the entire day. You thought? Mwahaha. Pay attention to the bottom. I don't remember if eggplants give you experience for just reharvesting them. Yes! Alright, we hit level 10! We hit level 10 farming. We are in the clear, chat. We are in the clear. It is... We are going to be making so much money once I make money. That's the right words. Cool. Alright. Money is going to be made. Trash cans are going to be checked. We need more clay. Let's get a move on. We can't go to the town, though, tomorrow, so that sucks, but whatever. Yeah, winter, we're going to be making a ton of money. Kegs are going to need to be made. More preserve jars. What do I need for more preserve? So kegs, copper, iron, and oak. So this is going to make us wine and juice, which is going to be huge for a few reasons. And then we also have the preserves jar, which we need coal for, which we could buy from certain people. Okay. Things are coming together. Things are coming together. I still need to ship like everything 15 times though. At least all the crops. Berries, 26 have been shipped. As you can see, I haven't even shipped any pumpkins or broccoli. But we will be in the clear later. Now that I think about it, Gunther has the sewer key, which gives us Krobus. I have a bunch of geodes. I don't really want to though, so I'm not going to. More clay! Give me more clay. Copper's fine too. 2 Omni Geodes back to back is crazy. Well, that's fun. Yeah. I was really hoping to start the idea of like getting all the items, but I really am gonna need to redo everything if I'm gonna do it all in whatever it's called, in alphabetical order. Like that really feels like it's gonna be the best idea, so. 6. 2 days left until winter, though. And then once winter happens, like then we're in the smooth sailing aspect, so I am not too concerned. Oh no, bugs. Only 1 bug showed up. The rest decided not to. This next one should be the big one. Nope. Apparently, I'm just wrong. I guess it does have a chance, yeah, now that I think about it. Because now if I just go back and go back down to 20, I feel like that's good. Give us a chance. Give me a chance. The slime is being a slime. Nope. I don't know why I decided a pickaxe would be the best option for assault, but that's fine. That's fine. Things I also do for clay, let it be known. They really should have a way to purchase clay. Though I heard that Ginger Island place does have clay rocks, so like that would be great if we could find a way to make it there. I also do need to build a silo. Maybe I should just go to Robin's and just work on the silo then? Or have work started on it? Yeah, let me finish this. We'll have her start the silo. And then that way we can start getting food for our animals. Once we start getting animals, at least. Leave the mine. Food time. Whoops, actually. No, we do need to go to Robin, because I need to figure out what Robin even needs for a silo. And then we just come back. Hello, Miss Robin. What do you need for a silo? 100 stone, 5 copper bars. Got it. Click this because this is where it is. Switch to this and then go back. All right, cool. I know exactly where our silos will be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 100 stone. I'm gonna just put some of my clay in here. That seems like a good idea. Oh, there's also the mill that we gotta create. There's so much stuff to do. Can I move buildings, by the way? Okay. That's the house there. That's there. Okay, cool. That is fine. So now we go to the silo. Build. There's supposed to be a path that's all the way back here. So it goes one right here, then nothing right here, and then one right here. Okay, because yeah, there's just a little thing in between. So this one's gonna go right here. Silo. And then I've run out of things to potentially do. Maybe we could just go back to the mine. Get some more clay. It doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt indeed. Linus is just huddled under a tree, trying his best to stay dry. Go 25. I feel like 25 is a good spot for. Oh, that crab was glitching. I heard the noise of a glitchy crab. Alright, Monster Slayer goal is done. We have defeated all the Dougies. We did it. They asked us to teach me how to Dougie. And I said no. That song is really old. I don't know if it is, so like, I talked about the past, like when I was in high school, I was the, like the student body, I guess like DJ was the best way to put it. Like I was one who always set up the sound system for all the assemblies and stuff, and I got to run all the music. And even like sometimes I got to take time out of class just to play music at lunch for like everyone to listen to. And what would end up happening is like as we're getting close to the end of lunch, I would start playing music that would encourage people to start dancing. And I don't remember what it, or don't know what it is, but like it would be my class, my graduating class, and younger, had no interest in like doing a dance circle or something and having everybody like start dancing to the songs and having fun. Like everyone just kind of was like meh. But every other grade that was like above us when like dancing or like when they were there and it wasn't graduating, they would actually like dance and have a good time and like encourage people to join in. Y'all had music at lunch, so it wasn't like a normal thing. Because what I ended up doing, sorry, stretching. What I ended up doing was I would just convince the principal, because we had access to the sound equipment. We would just convince the principal, like, hey, would you be fine letting us like play music for everybody at lunch? And I was so chill with them all the time that they would just let me do whatever, right? So it's like, oh, kid's asking if we could play music during lunch. Is there a special reason? I feel like it. And I don't want to go to fourth period. Okay, that's good enough. Have fun. And then they would just go back to working. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, I used to do that quite a bit. All right, artisan is what we want. So now we can sell those and make some bank. I got a new item in stock. It's called the Auto Grabber. This thing can milk your cows, goats, shear your sheep, gather eggs, pluck your woolly rabbits all on its own. It's considered a luxury item, so I'm charging 25k for it. Marty, nice. Bulika, I'm really glad you've become a part of our community. I'm glad a 500 gold check from the Stardew Valley Agricultural Fund to help you continue good work. Maybe you can buy some more seeds with it. What is with Lewis, like, sending me all these seeds constantly? And just really has been sending me a whole bunch of stuff. Alright, well, we are in business, so... Part of me was thinking I should just go back to the mines, because that's all we really have time for. But... do have some things that we should probably build. We do need to build another ship. I'm very quickly realizing, because I don't want all this. I want to be a little bit more organized with our stuff. So, but also have like all the preserve jars down there. So let's start doing keg related stuff. So cranberries we'd want to put in a keg. I need oak resin, iron, and copper bars, and then wood. Luckily, like, all my wood's in here. We could probably make like 10 kegs. Oak resin. Wait. Not bad. Well, do you make people start a mosh pit? No, like they would, like we'd play specific music, Flossie. Like we could play the cha-cha slide or like any of the popular songs like at that time. And what would happen is there'd be like a circle that would be surrounding. We had like a courtyard, I guess is what you would call it, that really was just like a circular outdoor area. So you would just have a bunch of people like making a circle, and then depending on the song, people would start like dancing to it and so on and so forth. Oh, yeah, that's right. I was like, let's go into there. No, it's being set up. You know what? And then while I'm at it, let's just get a whole bunch of iron. That seems like a good idea. Because we have until 10, so. But once again, like once it was my senior year, not only did my class, which was the senior class, right, not want to do like a dance pit or anything like that. None of the other like younger classes, like juniors, sophomores, freshmen, so anyone 9th through 12th, so pretty much everyone at my high school just did not want to dance, which is crazy. And then I think about it more, and I had to, so as being part of student council, I was like required, like absolutely, oh yeah, we were absolutely required to go to every single dance. The only one that I weaseled my way out of was going to prom, because one, I didn't have a date, and also two, and I would have been the only student council guy to have no date. But also two, like, I just really was fed up with student council at that point with how they were treating me. So I just said, fuck it, like, I'm just not gonna go. But the ones, like the other ones that we had to go to, so there was like homecoming, there was like a back to school dance, there was like 2 more dances that we ended up doing, and we were the worst class. We like, or at least my senior year, like everyone else was just awful. So like everyone just wanted to do the bare fucking minimum. Like the senior year, like the first dance, the only people who danced were the band kids. Everyone else, like even when they were just like to the window, to the wall, like that song that I just never remember the name to, no one danced to that except for the band kids. And, you know, Cha-Cha Slide was played. Hello, you know, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. No, you had like Cha-Cha Slide, right? And no one would dance to that. You had the electric slide, no one would dance to that. And it was just baffling because like everyone just didn't want to do anything. And then you had homecoming, right? So people are, you know, they're usually people would also try to grind while like at a dance. And no one even really wanted to do that either. Now, to be fair, like, faculty was, like, really, really against grinding and stuff, which, you know, very, very valid point. But, like, the fact that nobody even attempted to grind was, like, crazy. Like, absolutely astonishing. Yeah, not even the Cha-Cha Slide. Like, I don't know what was going on. But, like, my junior year, right? My junior year is when was the first time I was in student council, so like I had to still show up to all the dances. And even when like I had to go to like the back to school dance and then the homecoming, and then that one I had to go to prom because that was the requirement for juniors. Like we're the ones who had to make prom, so like it was what it was. But like all of the seniors are like dancing and everything. There was like a few guys break dancing and like spinning around. I'm pretty sure backflip was done in a suit, if I recall correctly. Like it was like hype as hell. But then you go to like, once again, the next year, no one's doing anything. No one wants to even attempt to do anything. And it's not even the fact that like they didn't want to. I'm pretty sure most of the people were like probably wanted to grind or anything because it's high school and high schoolers are just gonna do what the heck they do. But the fact that like nobody even like attempted was just insane to me. And just to keep the clarification going here, like I'm not like my school wasn't like a prim and proper school. Like our high school, or my high school, excuse me. Why even go to prom? Great question. My high school was known as like we were the greatest with like a whole bunch of sports and everything. Like sports was our big thing, but it had like the worst of the worst people. Like out of if I recall correctly, the one of the dental assistants I used to work with when I lived in Washington, she actually was also from Arizona. And like when trying to figure out her high school, I was like, oh yeah, that was like the super like chill high school. Okay, gotcha. And I said mine. She's like, oh, you mean the one that's just like a bunch of shitheads and people who like do drugs and smoke? And I'm like, yeah. Like our class was really not even our class. The entire school was just known for, you know, there's so many kids who just smoked secretly. The amount of times our bathrooms got hotboxed were just absolutely insane. Drugs being traded below a lot of the staircases. Like everyone knew that it was there, just no one did anything about it. And obviously me being somebody who just doesn't do anything, like I just kind of like, once again, knew it happened. I just didn't, you know, care. The weird part about it is that like there were no like, I think with our like school compared to others, like just through like rumors and everything and stuff I learned through other student councils, while ours like probably had the most amount of people who would like smoked, vaped, because like vaping was starting to become a little bit more popular during my time, got high and or did drugs, like ours was like the one that was like pretty much up there in regards to all of that. Which is crazy because like if you look at the high school, like it's probably one of the more like a giant high school that looks like super proper. So it's just kind of crazy in that aspect. But the one thing that like we had the least of, shockingly, might I add, is teenage pregnancies. Like from what I can remember, I think there was only 3 throughout my like the entire time there, so this is also considering the other classes that I knew too. There were only 3 girls who got pregnant in high school, and 2 of them were in my class. And then the other one was like 2 years older than me, I want to say. I think I remember what school it was. But like once again, the crazy part about it all was that like we weren't even like the most like hated of like the high schools. That was like our rival. Like our rival school, no one liked, like at all. I wouldn't say it's like the worst high school. It's just the fact that like everyone there like acted that they were so much better, but they were the worst in sports, oddly enough. And then, but like I think they had like some like the least amount, like numbers wise, regarding like smoking and all that. Like they had like the least number of all that. And I know like most people like don't give a fuck about it, but it's just, it was so insane to me that like our school had like that reputation. But then once again, I think about back to my senior year and like the dances and everything like that, and no one wanted to do anything. No one even wanted to try to do anything, which once again is just absolutely baffling when you get down to it. Kegs. Sorry, let me just mark this off. Keg has been created. Awesome. Just one of those weird things. I don't know really what else to say about it even. I mean, I'm very proud of myself, of course, for like never doing anything like that. It's just wild to consider everything that's happened there. I mean, we also had like the worst students above all else. Why was your school so strange? I couldn't even tell you, Blossy. But we also were known for having, once again, like the worst students, like I said. Sorry, I know I repeated myself, but that's just something to also bring up. There were, we talked about this before, where there was a brand new, we had a brand new government economics teacher. Like, she just got out of college. Like, we were going to be the first class that she actually taught. She was super nice and super, super chill. And our class ruined her mentally. Like, we're talking probably deeply traumatized this poor teacher. I think the only person in my class that was actually like, that was, you know, not a douchebag was me. And then I think one of the other classes, I want to say like first or second period, I don't remember specifically. It's probably first because like everyone's too tired to do anything. They were probably good. But no, like everyone was like so rude to her, interrupted. She couldn't like really teach anything because everyone just was so rude to her. And then you had two kids like track down where she lived, and then tried to like TP her house, failed at TPing her house, and then as the unfortunate story goes, Lassie, you probably might not know too much about it. I don't remember. This is the teacher who had the dog outside as they were trying to TP, and the assholes just straight football kicked them. Huh? Yeah. Then they got suspended. They should have been expelled, but I don't remember. Is there anything else to do here? I don't remember if there's anything else I need to do. maze. Yeah, it's just that, and then you get the pumpkin. I will hold on to it still because I still need to use it. So, red prom hated mine. Yeah. Me too. The whole junior class I was smart to pregame right before prom. Yeah, no, there's a lot of stuff that happened at prom. But no, the dog thing, Flossie, yeah. So the two kids, they found her house, failed to TP it, and then decided that the next best thing, because her dog was outside, was just to kick the poor dog. And then she obviously called the police on them. Dog was okay, dog lived. And then the principal only gave them, like, I think a 1 week of in-school suspension or something like that. It was a super controversial thing because, like, everyone wanted them expelled. Like, absolutely, the biggest thing was, like, y'all need to get expelled ASAP. We don't want you as part of this class. I know, they just pretty much got a slap on the wrist, and I think that just completely, like, mentally traumatized her. Oh, dude, we all were pissed. Like, once again, she was even the people who were like assholes to her, right? Like even the students who were like absolute assholes to her knew that was too far, and they actually like treated her a lot better like after that all happened. She still wasn't able to teach too much, but like she tried her best. It's just unfortunately like her class were just assholes to her. Okay, so this is the last day of fall. Guess I'm just gonna go grab... Yeah, I guess since it's the last day of fall, I'm just gonna go, do what I was gonna say I was gonna do. I'm gonna just, ransack the trash bins, go get some clay, and then I think we'll wrap up the stream. Like I said, it's gonna be a little bit shorter just because I need to... Just, winter is gonna be done in 2 streams, because it's gonna be half a winter in one and the other half in the other. So, were the 2 like best athletes in school? No. One of them was a guy who's been suspended like 4 or 5 times. He was just this like, for girls only. Psst, I need a bok choy. You know what it's for. Keep it a secret, okay? Huh? I don't know what it's for, and I guess it's because I'm not a girl. My character might be, but I'm not. Huh. Alright. I'm just not gonna question that any further than I need to. Where's my bok choy? Did I never plant a single bok choy? It's bok choy, by the way. I know what it is. It's just referencing something else. Do I really not have any? That's insane. No, I do. Cool. I was like, I'm pretty sure it would. No. So one kid who got suspended, he had been suspended like a few other times. So once again, why he didn't get expelled? No idea. but he was like this really quiet kid in like the back of the class, but his entire, and I knew this guy since like middle school. His entire thing was just wanting to make a name for himself, and it was just doing the most horrible shit. Like pretty bad stuff that this guy would do. I don't really even want to go into it. Let's just say it involved a lot of drugs. And that was since middle school. But I don't know what his deal was of like wanting to be like known for some stuff like that. But I'm once again super surprised he even graduated, because I'm pretty sure he was like failing majority of his classes. But he walked at graduation, so you know, it is what it is. The other kid, I didn't know the other kid too well. I think he was like relatively new to the school at that point. But he was like good friends with quiet dude. Oh, wait, no. I'm not giving this to you. I need to sell it to you. So. Now the athletes like never really got in trouble at all, because like if you were on at our high school, if you were on the football team or you were on the basketball team, you were protected by the coaches. Like if you did anything wrong, like the coaches would immediately like butt in to protect them. And it would usually include like heinous shit that like happened. Like they would just butt in and be like, oh no, he's squeaky clean and this is the reason why. And it's like, yeah, he was just caught for like trying to do heroin like behind the thing. He's like, no, that's steroids. It's like, I don't think that was the actual excuse, but I knew that the coaches would actually like protect a lot of the players. And then there was soccer team. The soccer kids used to be okay. Baseball, I don't think anyone cared what they did. I remember there was one, I could be misremembering this. No, I'm not, because that's right. I don't think I've said this story then before, now that I think about it, because like this definitely would be like a story that I would tell. But I think the reason I just have never thought about it that much is just because it's never like they've been reasonably brought up. But I guess since we're talking about like the high school stuff, I could probably talk about it. There was a girl in, I believe she was a sophomore. This was when I was a senior, so she was in my brother's grade, in Glorp's grade, and she was like really nice, really happy, and like super sweet. So you wouldn't think that there was anything like, I guess, quote unquote wrong with her, right? But there was a conversation that I had with her, and I vaguely remember it, so like I'm not gonna like say this is like the 100%. I just remember like the gist of it and the amusing part about it. So she at one point talked about how much she wanted to be a mother. Keep in mind this is 10th grade, so like a bit too early there, chief. But anyway, she was like talking about wanting to be a mother and having someone's kid. And she was talking about her crush, to which, based on like, because she was talking to me about it, like I said, I don't remember the specifics, but from what I remember, I was assuming that she had a huge crush on my brother, which is fair because he was like one of the more popular kids in his class because of his jock status, the fact that he played football, and like really focused on working out. Like, dude had muscles upon muscles. I've talked about this on stream before, that when he was younger, he was the guy who had muscles upon muscles in our high school. So I was assuming that she wanted to get pregnant by him, to which, like, I remember distancing myself from her because, one, no, but also two, like, that was a period of time when I was like on good terms with Glorp, so I didn't want him to like ruin his life or anything. But if I recall correctly, I think the person she actually was trying to get with was me. But with my, you know, as we've said about the fumbler sort of stuff, I just kind of assumed that it was him because he's the better one of us two. But I do remember, I think it was the actual like sophomore student body president was the one who told me, it's just like, hey, so-and-so has a crush on you. Do you know that? And I was like, pardon? I didn't take it seriously. And I never really confronted her about it at all, because once again, I just kept assuming that it was actually my brother that she wanted to date and have that with. And then I don't think, yes, Fumble, that's the greatest thing that could happen, Fumble. Okay, no, Blasi, because, like, I don't want to have, I didn't want to have kids young. Still not sure about it, how I feel about kids now. I guess it would have to depend on, like, who I'm with, right? Like, there's somebody that I definitely would want to have a family with. But at that time, I was like, no, like... And then I found out from, sorry, I guess if we're talking about fumbles, there's another one recently that I remembered. I think this is a new kit fumble that the only reason I remembered it, or that like I even like thought about it recently, was because of the fact I was like talking to I think I was talking to Word about jobs and like going over like all my knowledge about like, hey, our dad knows more about how to do this stuff, but like I know more about this, and this is because of these jobs. Like we were breaking it all down. And I thought about like the people I worked with, because when I worked insurance, I actually did work with a lot of like my high school classmates, both from like my grade and also from grades below me. And there was a girl who, like, obviously, there was a girl that ended up working there who I was like really surprised to see, because I didn't think she would work an office job at all. Like, she seemed somebody who would, if I'm being honest, she would be primed to be like a bartender or somebody more in like the entertainment sort of field and like hospitality, not so much insurance. But hey, you know, to each their own. If that's what she wanted to do, that's what she wanted to do, right? And she was there for like a few months, but after like I saw her, I was like, oh shit, it's you. Talked with her for a little bit, and like, once again, like a lot of people, I was known in my class, at least by senior year, to cause chaos because I was pitting everybody against each other because of how student council treated me. And that's a story we've talked about numerous times before. But for her, like, once again, she knew my brother more so I just kind of assumed that all of her likes, dislikes, and everything mostly stemmed from him. Like, I was just kind of in the background because that's where I wanted to be. And no, I did find out that, like, because no one knew how to talk to me, her and like some other people who crushed on me, which once again was news to me that I was being crushed on, found it so difficult to talk to me that like they didn't know what to do, where they're just like, you're attractive and like we wanted to date you, but you're so like quiet and kind of standoffish that we just didn't know how to approach you, so we never did. But like, we just wanted to let you know that like I did want to date you at one point, and I just kind of like stood there because I was also like training her when that happened at the job. I just like stood there like staring in like disbelief, like the fuck did I just get told? Excuse me. um, I remember that because one of the uh, one of the people I like delivered to recently was actually one of my like high school friends. They did not recognize me, but it was somebody from that like below class that actually like doesn't like me. But I found out that based on how I look now, most people like do not recognize me. Um, I think I went to like a midnight thing before I moved to Washington, and when I was growing out a little bit of a beard, uh, there were some people who were like, there was two high school people that I remember being shocked that it was me. But yeah, that recently like just kind of reminded me more so of the fact that there were some people who liked me and I just fumbled. But that was once again in middle school and especially in high school. But as soon as I was realizing my status in the school itself, and especially the fact that I really hated my senior class because of how I was being treated. The fact that I was only known as the guy just causing chaos and discontent within the school, that made sense to me. So, hey, look at that! It's winter. We're done. That was fast. Excuse me. Yeah, another fumble story for y'all to add to the list of all of those. I have been thinking a lot back of like my high school years a lot because I every now and again I'll get into like a whole mindset of what would I do if I could redo high school all over again? Like I get to meet the same people as long as I get to meet all of y'all in the future and such. Like I would do it over again, but like what would I do differently? Obviously the big thing that comes to mind that I know Blasi would say immediately is to not fumble the big tit goth girl. Like that way years later Blasi could be proud that I did not fumble that. But there were some other things I've like thought about recently of like if I could ever go back, like have like an erased style moment, from the anime Erased, where like you go back and he has to replay like life to save somebody. Like that was one of them. I think the next one would just be a little bit this might sound shocking considering what I just said. But I would probably try to be a lot more outgoing. There's nothing wrong with being an introvert. I want to make that very clear because I am an introvert. Tried and true. But knowing if I still retain like the memories of the fact that like I know how people react and I know how they are, if I had been a lot more outgoing, I think it would just be interesting to see the difference with everything. I'd probably go right back to being introverted, honestly, like after graduation. But if I was a lot more outgoing, joined the dance circles, kind of encouraged and been a lot more like of a hype person, the hype man in that school, I feel like things would have gone a lot better because, and like I said, I don't think I made things any better by having the entire class help out with random revenge for student council because I got bored and didn't like our student council. But yeah, then there's treating some people a lot better of a light. A few of my classmates have unfortunately passed away due to a number of reasons. I think the saddest was there was a girl. This is going to be weird considering what I've been saying. One of the girls who was one of the three that got pregnant when they were in high school. She was pregnant with another kid, I think like a year or two later, and then she got killed in a hit and run accident. I don't remember if she was in a car or not, but regardless, she unfortunately passed away while pregnant with her second kid. And remembering her in high school, I don't remember if she like crushed on me. I know she crushed on a lot of people in our friend group because she was part of our group until myself and one other guy kind of just forced her out of the friend group. And the reason we did that is because she was also the only one like doing drugs and actually like trying to encourage people to smoke and drink in our group. And I was heavily against that, especially at that young age. And she did that all while pregnant, by the way, which, you know, not the not the smartest thing to do, I would say, if you're an expecting mother, regardless of your age. But I don't know, maybe would have, maybe she was going through like a lot of hard times and that's why she did that. And maybe I should have been a lot more nice, a lot nicer to her. Like, I don't know. I've been in this like weird mindset of like wondering what it would be like if I did have a chance to like go back and do things differently, as long as I got guaranteed to meet the same people in the future. Like everyone in this community, like I would want to make sure that I'd still be able to see y'all in that future. It's a weird like thought experiment. Obviously there's people that say don't live in the past, don't think about regrets or anything like that, but it's an interesting thought experiment of like, oh, what would it be like if I did differently? You still got to live in the present, right? You still got to live like your day to day regardless. It's like, hey, this is the life I'm living, I still gotta, you know, live with it. But I don't think it's a bad thing to think about the past. So I think the other big thing that I wanted to do is there was one friend of mine who I was really, really close with during my 10th and 11th grade, so sophomore, junior year. And I don't remember specific, but I know he got super depressed because I decided to extremely distance myself from them for some reason. I don't think they did anything bad. I just decided to distance myself. And in turn, I think they ended up having to switch schools or something because of something happening. So I'd like to figure out what happened there, but I don't know where that person is. Actually, something else I wanted to figure out is what happened to one of my classmates, because they vanished completely. Like, I think they've been missing for a few years now. Something else to, I don't know. There's a lot. It'd be interesting, I guess. But anyway, that's I guess that's what we're leaving Stardew on today, is just the hypotheticals that's going through a kid's brain. Okay, so that is going to be it for Stardew for today. We're on winter, so we'll have 2 more streams where we're going to finish winter. Prior to that, let it be known that I am going to, and I mean this wholeheartedly, I am going to make a proper what is it called? Like a proper spreadsheet that actually will fully break down like all of the stuff that I need to break down for getting all the items. I'll have it done so that way we can start moving towards that and then focusing on getting that all taken care of in this playthrough. I'm going to try to get that done before the next stream today, but if not, the good news is I believe the next stream that we are doing, I think I said today is it repo or DVD? It's repo. Okay, so not today, like, or sorry, not during the repo stream, but during the next DVD stream, I can actually just take that time to work on it some more. So yeah, by the next Stardew Valley stream, which will be on Thursday, I should have the first 6 chests, I'm going to say, organized to what I want them to be, like what the category is, and then in an alphabetical order. And then that way I can just remove it from my list of stuff. So yeah, that's going to be what I do. So looking forward to doing that. But with that being said, I'm going to end things off here. So I thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed Stardew Valley. Of course, if you're new here, feel free to follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, and like the stream. It does help out a lot. Also, there should be a short coming out some point today, so be on the lookout for that on YouTube. But with that, y'all have a wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, and or evening. Of course, my name is Katafi. I'll see you next time for some more Reddit gaming. See you later. Peace. Bye, everyone.